Hi, I'm Hollie Donovan. I'm a sophomore at Illinois State University, and I just finished studying abroad at Veritas in Costa Rica for 3 months. And I just want to let you guys know what it was like and get a better idea of what it's like to study abroad. So initial questions people usually have is, what is the university like, the academics in another country, how's it different from Illinois State? So the university itself, it's very small. It's a liberal arts college. Not a lot of people go there. And half of the student class is study abroad students from all over America in different programs. So it's super cool because you kind of don't feel alone. I was really worried about feeling alone and like not having a lot of friends, but I made friends in San Francisco all the way to Connecticut. So that was super cool, and it makes you feel at home, and you just have friends from all over, so you plan to visit them, and it's really cool. The university itself is it has like a couple buildings. It goes inside to outside. It's very beautiful. I loved it. It's very different from Illinois State. Like, you really don't walk a lot. It's just like 2 buildings across the street from each other. But it's nice. It's really small, and it's like not overwhelming when you get there. You don't ever feel scared. You kind of feel like you're in high school again, I guess. And usually you're around like 5 to 10 minutes away walking distance from the college, which was really nice because I could just wake up and go to class and it wasn't a big deal. Also, the academics, the teachers are very lenient and laid back, which is very different from what I'm used to at Illinois State. They don't really care about like due dates. It's not really a thing because, I don't know, in Latin culture it's all about like go with the flow kind of thing. So if one day you're late on an assignment and you say, hey, can I turn this in tomorrow? They're like, yeah, sure. Like, they're very calm, like very nice, and they try to work with you, whatever's going on. I think the biggest hard part was there's no hard due dates. So I'm a very structured person, and I like structured classes. So it was kind of different to go into a class where they really don't have like due dates and assignments. It's just all kind of random, and they just are like, hey, get this done sometime. And I'm like, when? What? Like, what are the directions? But it kind of like helps you for like the future, because in America we're very like, we get a syllabus at the start of the year and we know exactly what we're going to do every single second, all the directions. But it's kind of nice to get that other side, because you never know like what real world scenario you're going to get into. So, also, I want to mention that the study abroad program there is very nice. They work well with you, and they explain a lot to you when you get there. It's kind of nerve-wracking before you leave because you know nothing, because they're so late on everything. But once you get there, they explain it all to you on the first day about what it's like in Costa Rica, what you need to be careful about, what is exciting, who you can go to if you need help, which is really helpful. And also, like, they're really organized once you get there. It doesn't seem like that before you leave, but don't worry, just go with the flow and it'll all work out. The family placement's awesome. I didn't realize I was going to be placed with other students, but it so happened that I lived with 5 other study abroad students from all different programs. One of the roommates was from Illinois State as well, which was kind of cool. And I really liked that because it's kind of like living in the dorms again, and you get to meet all these people and you get to spend every day with them, and they became my best friends. We did everything together, and it made me not feel as lonely. Like, that's what I was mostly scared about. But it was awesome. And my Mama Tika, that's what we call her, she was amazing. They have like a schedule for when they serve dinner, and they work well with you. If you're like, hey, I have class till this time, can we have dinner a little bit later? She would set it aside for me, and was always amazing. I got really close with her family, and I loved it. That was probably one of my favorite parts, was like the home interaction part. Matías.
What?
Now, to the super fun stuff. So, Illinois State, we don't have like pre-assigned programs that you pay for, which I thought was really nice, because I met people at Veritas that were a part of these like big study abroad programs, and they're paying literally like $5,000 more than me to just do like more excursions. But I had no problem planning my own excursions. You kind of get nervous about it, but once you get there, they have a program with the school that can set up programs for you to go on, or there's other places that you can go to. You can do it on your own. The bus tickets are very accessible. I usually went to the beach on certain weekends because they're around 3 to 5 hours away, so it wasn't a big deal. Airbnb is your friend, and it's not that expensive there. Just you need to like stay on the lookout and stay conscious of what you're spending, because colones, it seems like it's not that much, but eventually it'll add up. So just stay cautious of that and kind of research where you want to go before you go. So then you have a better idea of what you're looking for, and it's really nice, and you just start planning with like all the friends you meet, which is super cool. I didn't know exactly a lot about Costa Rica before I went, but I met all these people that were like, I really want to go here, and I've heard great things about this place, and they all loved it. I would say some of my best adventures was I took marine biology, and they had field trips, and one of the field trips we went to a private island and snorkeled, which literally was one of the coolest experiences of my life because I would have never thought to do it, and I would have never planned that myself. So definitely look into classes that have field trips, because it's kind of cool to have like things planned for you, and it wasn't as much money, like as much more money than it would have been. And this is honestly a great program because I got a great education there. The teachers were amazing, and it was a lot cheaper than going to Illinois State, which was kind of nice for a semester, to have like more money coming back to me, because then I spent it on excursions, on trips, and I'll show you guys some clips of some of the great things I did there and how awesome it was. This was honestly one of the greatest decisions I've ever made. I was so worried about it, honestly. Before I left, I was like, is this really gonna happen? And it's a lot of work to get there, but it was worth it in the end. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I think it's gonna impact me forever now. And I really recommend it to you guys. If you want a program that is more lenient, it's kind of less time, which is really nice because now I started summer a month and a half early, which is amazing. And it's just not overwhelming. I know a year-long program seems kind of scary. 3 months was perfect. I really didn't miss home. I didn't get super homesick right away, not until the end, and then I was already coming home, which was awesome. And it kind of made me want to go for longer, which was interesting. So if you have any questions, let the study abroad office know, and they can point you in the direction of me or anyone else that's gone on this program before. So I hope you guys choose to go. It's amazing.
1, 2, and 3. Very well.